You have until 2 p.m. Eastern, April 8th to go ahead and get the 20 wins necessary not only to unlock Alfonso Soriano but also Nolan Ryan. Now you want this Alfonso Soriano because of the collections that will come later on inside the game cycle. He's a second half card, and usually second half cards are rare to come by. Not only that, but he might start inside your lineup, and if he doesn't, he's definitely a great bench bat as he has amazing contact and even more amazing power against left-handers. Nolan Ryan, on the other hand, he's great at the higher difficulties because that fastball flies by. He does not have outlier though, so that is the one thing that might make this card less effective than his higher overall cards. Now with that being said, I am going to show you the most effective way to always play events. Not only that, but how to make it less time consuming with one simple trick. Now before we talk about the method, you want to make sure that you go ahead and open up all your flashback and legend packs for the American League and National League. You go down to week 1 legends and flashbacks and you begin working on the missions through events, which is going to go ahead and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. And if you're done with all of that, then you can go into the Nike City program and do themed teams, or 3 players from each team, however you want to go ahead and combine it and knock out these at the same time in order to get the 15,000 experience inside the featured program. Now once completed, there should be nothing preventing you from collecting all 7 jerseys and getting the 15,000 experience because they are non-sellable, so you might as well get the boost of XP while you can before this program expires. The biggest change MLB did this year was allowing us to save our lineups, bullpen, starting rotations, and bench in events. This is going to help you out greatly because you won't have to go back and forth making the same team all over again. But with that being said, I still advise you to have a spreadsheet or a notepad where you have each player that you need and the progress being tracked as well. This is currently what we're working on. We're working on the Marlins in terms of the Nike City program, we're working on the Diamondbacks in terms of the Nike City program, and the Dodgers all at the same time. The reason I'm using Johnny Damon, Trey Mancini, George Brett, Chris Davis, as well as Alan Trammell is because of the featured program Parallel XP missions. The reason we have Chase Utley and Mike at catcher is because as of right now, I haven't went ahead and bought any players that could play catcher or second base from one of the 8 teams from the Nike City Connect program, or do I have any of the featured legends and flashbacks that I need to do missions for that play those positions. But once again, if I did have any players from those 8 teams, I would plug them in here instead of having Mike and Chase. Now, events usually tend to get sweaty, especially as you accumulate more wins, but there's a trick to go ahead and start you off less sweaty and against people that are more likely to go ahead and quit out. And the trick is, inside your first game, you just want to go inside the game and quit out instantly. That way you are dropped severely in terms of rating, and you will face someone that is either A, on the same level as you, skill level wise, if you are not great at the game, or B, that has a less superior team than yours, or it might have the same team as yours and it's more of a competitive game. I don't like playing the first game out. I like quitting because if I end up losing, since I'm facing someone that might be as good as me or have a better team than me, then I just wasted all that time. I'm Mr. Efficiency, baby. I don't want to waste my time, so I'd rather not even ask for a friendly quit. I'd rather just quit, drop my rating. We are now starting at 1182 rating, max 1317. Most of the times, if a good player loses his first game, he just restarts the event run, especially now that the lineups are being saved, and then starts it again from 0-0 in order to try to get it as close to 12 wins as possible before losing his first game. Now let's go ahead and see what we match up against and see if it's on the same level as us in terms of team. Look at the difference between the 2 teams. Just 2 seconds ago, we were going to face a team almost full of diamonds, and now is a team full of gold players similar to ours. Look at this. We only played 1.5 innings because he quit after I scored 2 runs. That was a fast and easy game, and look at all the progress that I made in 1.5 innings. I would have made probably a lot more if we played the full 3 innings, but unfortunately he quit. Now look at the rating. We start off with 1 win so far. We are starting off at 1257, 1392, so still underneath that 0 wins, 0 losses margin, which is perfect for us. My rule of thumb is each time you go 3-1, you reset the run and then you go ahead and lose your first, and that's gonna make it a whole lot quicker. You might even go up to 4 wins if you would really like to, but once you get to 4, I feel like they put you within the rating room of either a team that went ahead and won their first game or a team that's starting out. Now this team of course looks a whole lot better than ours, but knowing my skill level, I know I can at least hang, and even you might be able to hang. And the reason I say even you might be able to hang is because even if you're not a great player, just looking at his batting averages, even though batting averages don't always tell the full story, you can at least see that he struggles with some of these cards that are extremely good. Mike Piazza with a blade bomba, high and inside fastball, he turns on it for a solo shot. Now the second opponent we faced, as you can see, just ended up pressing the timer and just letting the time run out for him, and we're not here to waste time, so we're gonna take that W as well. At 2-1, we are starting at 1332 up to 1467. That is still underneath where a team that is 0-0 starts. So we're still in the losers bracket, let's say. So it should still be an easier game, even though it should be relatively a bit harder. Despite me not using my bullpen so far, you always want to go ahead and warm up the pitchers that you are planning on using in order to progress either the Parallel XP missions or the Nike City missions. We get jammed just a tad right there. So far, I haven't been able to square up the ball with Johnny Damon. We get jammed just a tad. Curveball, very late on it. Then Mike Piazza, late on it still, surprisingly. I felt like I was, on time right there. Lines out to the right fielder. Then Cedric Mullins, he's going to go ahead. Sky one out there. Johnny Damon, despite having common fielding, has been playing center field pretty well. Underneath a sinker once again. Chase Utley, diamond fielding, don't fail me. Ground ball, Alan Trammell does not have the reaction and fielding to get there, so we give up our first base hit of probably our entire 3 games played. Jammed, Trey Mancini should make the grab and we should be out of this inning, so not too bad. George Brett, just late, be great, gets a base hit, a little jammed, but it gets the job done. We tried to lift one up with Chris Davis just underneath it. Gonna be an easy out to the right fielder. Don't know what I'm chasing with Paul Konerko, but that's gonna be a double play. Easy out. Johnny Damon should be there. He locks in. Yes, sir. Ground ball. George Brett should be able to make the play no problem. 33 speed. Yes, sir. Alan Trammell, he makes this play although. Chase Utley hits one inside the gap. Now, my team sucks because we're doing the player missions right now. But if you were to have at least a little bit more of an advanced collection, you could get a really nice team that would do damage and force people to quit out even faster. I pressed X. For some reason, he just checked his swing, but I swear I pressed X. Then Blaze Jordan says, I'll teach you a thing or two with a blade bomber. That has to be 422. 439. Johnny Damon. Oh, I thought he finally laced one. We were on top of it, but it was still a line drive, surprisingly. Then we have Trey Mancini. Flies out. Almost warning track power. Rich Gossage, outside fastball. Johnny Damon, he's going to be there despite the common fielding. He's playing well. Johnny Damon, he's getting all the action out there as Evan Longoria hits a fly ball. That one's going to drop, so gives them definitely some hope. Let's go ahead and take that away, please. Back-to-back base hits. Uh-oh. Are we in trouble? Ground ball, gonna shoot second base, and look at that, 3 wins, and I probably did this in underneath an hour. Now with 3 wins, we start at 1407, 1540. We don't want that because that's what a player that is new starts off with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just forfeit this entry very simply and start again. So to forfeit the entry, just press L1, say yes. You get your 3-game reward, you hop back into events, and your team is already saved. So unless you completed any of the missions, you wouldn't be replacing any players, and you just continue rinsing and repeating till you get yourself 12 wins. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. Check out the description, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.